Hello, hello, hello. Hi, guys. Oh, my goodness. It is a crazy, crazy week. So, thank you for stopping by. So, I finally finished the Steampunk Journal. And first, I owe all of you an apology as I actually was doing a series on this. And I think you guys are kind of figuring out. I get like these ideas, like a lot of them. And then I jump from project to project. So I'm trying to really discipline myself that if I start a series, I finish a series. So I was working on this, and then, yeah, I wanted, to do book boxes and get ready for the retreat. And so, yeah. But she is finished, and the last couple of pages that I did are pretty self-explanatory because, like, I really couldn't fit any more in this. So, thank you for stopping by. Listen, I am getting ready to do another giveaway next week or the following because I do have to finish up my crime scene journal too. I'm going to start working on my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Across the board, it seems like y'all want a book box. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the book box, and then I thought I would fill it with ephemera. But if y'all really want that metal envelope, listen, I'm going to do one for my Marie Antoinette. So I'm going to try to remember to flip on the camera, and I will try to show you how I do that. They're really simple. And then that way you can kind of see that. Because, yes, I'm going to do 3 Marie Antoinettes, which have been in the making for like 3 years. So, please like, share, subscribe. I am so appreciative of all of you. And then let's get up to 1,000. Okay, guys. So, this is my steampunk interactive journal that I have been doing. So, I got given a few of these like vintage photo albums. My friend Susan over at Boho Daydream, she said that this was actually like some kind of scrapbooking album. So I don't know, like to me, the 80s, I know it's considered vintage, but it's not really vintage to me. But anyway, that's what this is. And I Googled all over YouTube to see if anybody had turned a vintage or just turned a photo album into a junk journal. And I couldn't find one, but that doesn't mean there's not one. So I can't say I was inspired by anybody, but I'm sure they're out there. So this is just, I don't think I've come up with an original idea. Now, on the back, when I show you that, I searched everywhere. That was one of my late night insomniac, ooh, that looks cool. That was not an original idea. Now, I grudged it up. I didn't want it straight because we all know how I think about that. But there is a fabulous lady out there who does a whole tutorial on that clock. And for those type A, my wonderful type A friends, she does it completely straight and beautiful. So, and this nice white sheet of paper is for my friends Andrea and Marjorie, who keep the cleanest desks on the planet. So I love y'all, and I would love to do like the lace and the pink flowers, but yeah, it's not going to happen. I try to clean the desk and get at least the first 5 layers of whatever medium I've been playing in off the desk. So here we go. So my idea for this was to have it interactive. I wanted like moving parts, and I've never really done like, I don't even know what they're called. I don't know if they're called folios or albums or whatever, but where they have all the flips and flip outs and all of that. And I used several different kits in this. So I used a Stamperia pad called Lady Vagabond, and there's several Lady Vagabond ones. So you can kind of see on the very front picture, you'll see her. And then I used Tracy Fox's fabulous steampunk kit for the other sister, because here's one sister, but then Tracy Fox's sister became the other. Our villain came from Pixie Tales Treasury, and he's fantastic. Y'all think he looks like Johnny Depp. And then I'm pretty sure I used another kit, and I searched through my purchases today, and I just like could not find the name. But I did find it. It's an industrial steampunk kit, but it is on Etsy. I will link the ones that I know for sure came from those shops. Okay, shall we get started? So what I did is I took this album, and then I gessoed it, because we all know I love gesso, And then I went ahead and I have a stencil. And so I just went ahead and used some modeling paste and stenciled on all the gears. And then I used waxes over that. Now this is the front cover of her, the Steampunk Stamperia pad. And I wanted like moving gears because, you know, they got to move. So all the gears move. And then I really wanted like this 3D effect with the kitty, and that gear doesn't move, but these gears still move. And so you can kind of see that that's what I did. Let's see if I can actually move you all in, and see if we can get a little, no, back, come in. That'll probably be too far in. There we go. So I just kind of wanted to show you because, yeah, isn't that cool? I get so happy over the little things. Now, believe it or not, this is actually a glow in the dark because I, you know, wanted it to glow in the dark. And then I added like the glossy accents, which you will see throughout the album. I really like using the glossy accents because it gives like a glass effect to everything. And it gives a water effect. And as you can see, I kind of dripped it down because, you know, it's raining in London. And then I 3D'd and embossed all of that. I also kind of tried to do like this 3D on her feet. So this is actually pushed up, and I bought 2 of the pads. And so I wanted that 3D effect on there. So that is her front page. Now, here's the story. So there's 2 sisters. But they didn't even know that they had a sister, and they are oceans apart. But they find out that their parents, I don't know, they're like scientists and they're genius, but they discovered time travel and they made a time traveling machine. Oh my goodness. But then there's a villain. Yes. And he discovers their, I don't know, shop. What is it called? Oh my goodness, I can't even think what they're called. But anyway, their lab. There you go. They found their lab. And so he wants to go after them. And so then we have the villain. And oh my goodness, are the sisters ever going to get to each other? Because one is in London, one is in America. And then you got all this span of time from the 1800s up to the current time. Oh my goodness. And somewhere in there, there's a bookmaker that's leaving all these little trails. Mwahaha. Will they find each other? I don't know. Will they be reunited? Welcome to my play world. Literally, I have to make stories in my head because that's just how journals kind of work for me. And so that is what I did. And then what I did, originally my idea for this was to actually leave this spine open, okay? Because you could tuck things in it, but yeah, I couldn't do that. So I wound up putting this material here because I tried to reinforce it. And once again, all of these gears move because how fun is that? This is actually a leather piece. And then on the inside, I created a whole nother spine using cardboard and material with some of this fabulous like grungy material. And I can't remember if my friend Susie gave me this or my friend Jan. I don't know. Like, I apologize. People are realizing I really love grunge, and so they're totally blessing me. And then, I mean, how could you have steampunk and not have like little lockets and clocks and these all open, and of course keys, because that's our steampunk. Now this is the clock I was telling you all about. It there really is a lady. I tried super hard to find her again. So I apologize to her. But this was not an original idea. I happened to see her, and I kind of did my spin on it. And so, again, everything is interactive on this. And mine's a little more wonky because, literally, if you are time traveling, what if it gets like in this warped, weird space? Which you're going to see one of the pages. So that was more of my vision. And so then this piece opens up. And then you have some little goodies here. You have another clock because like we don't know what century are we actually going to be in. And so then you shut that, and then you can open up this piece, and then you have some little goodies here. And this is when she has decided. And I forget, we did start naming the cat and the dog, but I totally forget the names because it's been crazy lately. And then this actually came from the Stamperia pad, but if you open this up, and then I just put an acetane sheet here so that you could have more pockets with more goodies there. And then this is actually just a journaling card that does come out. Woohoo! I left this space too. I wound up cutting it down just so it would be like a little more open. And again, I'm learning. So, you know, I kind of try to leave goodies for you to do too. And so I tried to stuff the journal that way where you could also make this like yours personally. And believe it or not, it's thick, but it's not as thick as I thought it would be. Because, yeah, I was going to town on this. Okay, so I glued my magnets on this morning, so I'm not sure why it's not wanting to stay now. You know, I'm all learning, like, on this. So here we go. Let's get into the sisters. Now, excuse me, ever since I came back from California, I have this, like, I don't know, weird cough. Anyway, so I did do this on my channel. I showed you guys how I went in and I added all this texture because I kind of wanted it to look like the front sister like looked and broke through like a broke brick wall or something and discovered her family tree. Now, I didn't put any names on it or anything because whoever eventually has this, I wanted them to be able to personalize it. And again, here's some more of that fabulous material. And if you look inside, you can see too that that material's in there because I really did try to re-strengthen that spine as best as I could because, you know, it is paper, but we do want to try to reinforce it. And then I did some molds because we like that look. So she discovered that she has family, but who are they? So she decides to begin taking a trip. So she's getting all packed up. And then here we go. Whoops, 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 whoops. That goes there. Yeah, yeah. So, sorry, you can... I was making some goodies this morning too. So I like the 3D effects. I'm really new to all these flips and flops and all of that. It was fun. Again, I don't measure because it gives me a headache. So I just kind of figured it out. I just take black paper and then I mounted and I just kind of fit it according to the page. So this is a 3D. This actually you could use as a pocket as well, but literally guys, I pretty much stuffed this as full as I could stuff it. And then you open this up and, you know, if she's going to be traveling, then she would need, oh, come here. Sometimes fake nails, I'm telling you, can be such a pain in the tush. She would need to have some of these, right? She would need some tickets. I'm pretty sure I got those from Two Sister Jam. And then here she is. She's looking and she is trying to discover what's actually going on. And if you look in here, then there's a little note and there's a picture. But is that the picture of her or is that the picture of her sister? I don't know. You all are going to have to decide that. And of course, if we're traveling, then we would need to have a map, right? So there's a map in there. Then here's a little doily. And then when you look in here, she discovers this wonderful French letter. But it's from 1942. How could it be 1942 when she lives in the 1800s? Oh, discoveries. Of course, there's another pocket in here that could have anything else added to it. All right. But then, so she goes, and this is her little kitty. I really wish I would have gone back and looked up the kitty's name because y'all really did like come up with the most fabulous names. So this little kitty, I think I'm going to have to pull this really close to me. So there's her little kitty, goggles and all, because this is a steampunk kitty. This little kitty's helping. And so you flip this open and then you have a writing space. And of course, you have to have a note from the bookmaker. So this is a note that I tried to always remember to put into all my journals. Basically, it explains what a junk journal is, what you can do with it, why there's different textures. Especially for me, who has really launched out into mixed media, I really am into different textures. So that just kind of explains what you can do with it. Then you open up this, another little bit of acetane. There's little more pockets in here and here. And it just kind of shows maybe she lives in these townhouses. I don't know. And then you have more writing space over here. All right, then this flips out. And then when you get up here, you have a pocket. I did try to make it where you could have lots of journaling space. I realized that most of these are done like for photographs. I kind of made it more of a writing journal. You could do whatever you wanted, but yeah. And then these are all my copies of my jelly print papers that I had done. And it also has another little tag and a flip up there. All right, so that goes that way, that way. Okay, that's another one of my jelly prints, and I'm not even sure because this thing spreads out so much. I'm not sure how much in frame I'm going to be able to get it. And then, so this was my first attempt at doing the time machine to make it movable. They're called penny sliders, I believe, but I don't want to waste it because it's pretty cool. This is the junk journal kit that I'm not sure. It's an industrial one. I literally could not find who I bought that from. And then these are Tracy Fox's fabulous kit. It's a wonderful steampunk kit. It just went perfect with this. But now, this is really going to be hard. I have to shut that for a minute because this comes up and then this folds all the way out. Whee! It goes and goes. So there's actually 3 panels. You could put anything on here. You could write. You could do whatever you want. And then, oh my goodness, I don't know that I'll have to figure out a better filming situation for this. Okay, so then you also have a pocket here. And look, this would be her parents' lab. Or is it the villain's lab? I don't know. Or did he take over the lab? So I also tried to leave a lot of these papers. Whoever gets it could also go in and decorate, some emboss. And again, we have the London grid sitting there. Okay, this is going to be a really long flip through. Okay, here we go. That goes down there. That goes over here. And we want to put our note from the bookmaker right there onto our next page. Because, let's see, here we go. We're going to introduce the sister. But look at this super cool thing. So, I left this open. Both of these flop open. You can do whatever you wanted. You could do magnets, anything. I found, I live in a little mining town. And so we have like this one store and it sells a lot of mining stuff. And I found a whole bunch of maps. And then this, my friend Ricky and I discovered in Utah at one of the thrift shops that we went at. But it's literally it's like a weather map and it's from 1911. So how fantastic is that? And I thought this just really went with the steampunk time travel theme. So I just put it up in here. You could, again, do whatever you wanted. And it is all in black. So you could write, do all of that. So then this, I just made lines. I'm pretty sure I made those lines. I can't even remember, dudes. Like, literally, I'm so tired. And I started this months ago. So there's like this huge glare. But now these are from Tracy Fox's kit. So let me see if I can't get y'all in closer so that there won't be such a glare on it. So what I did is I have these wonderful little tags. I think I got them at Hobby Lobby. So this I decided would be Mom. And then, of course, there has to be the family dog. And then this, hold on, I'm trying to get y'all over here. This is Dad. And then welcome to our sister. And of course, this is a tag that you guys can take out, write on, like whatever you want. And then these are just Tim Holtz saying, so take risks, follow your heart, because they want to find each other. So of course they're going to take risks because maybe they don't even know that there's a villain yet. And of course, you know, this is like a little sticker, you know, because it's time travel. Okay. And then we flip on over to this one. And so maybe they're now both starting to get a few clues. So now we're back in London. And what do we have in London? I don't know. We have a very vintage book page in French. No idea what it says, but don't we all need like some French vintage? And then look, there is a postcard from Paris, but there is also one from New York. And there's a whole nother grid again. Oh my goodness, the story is getting suspenseful now. And then, of course, we open this up. Now, again, so this is a mix. This is, anytime you see like this kind of thing, that is all from Tracy Fox. And then this is all from Stamperia. So there is another pocket here, which I have things in. But again, I literally could not continue to bulk this up. And then in here is just this cute little postcard stamped on coffee dyed paper. I did try to think that I should probably have like more writing spaces. So I went in and just drew these lines and did a little circles, some little goodies. Again, this is Tracy Fox that I just added some gears to. Now this, I believe, is a vintage, I think this is the vintage laundry slips, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. I can't remember. I've been buying a lot of vintage papers. But we had to have this, and so, yeah. This is super, super cool. I cannot remember everybody that I've been getting vintage papers from either. That's why I'm going to just, like, get one person. Okay, so then, look what we have. We have more writing space, and we have more, and it says, opportunity doesn't knock. You have to build a door. Why do we have to build a door? Oh, I don't know. So now, this sister is beginning to discover all the family trees. So again, here's Mom. This comes in Tracy Fox's kit, and I just did a stamp here. And so just little journaling cards. And, you know, wonderful for you to go ahead. It's all on cardstock, so it should be pretty sturdy. Oh, no. Now, is this our time machine? I don't know. Could it be? It is a pocket for sure. And then inside here, I just made more journaling cards. I'm trying to use up some of my older paper pads because this is the year I'm using up my supplies one way or another. Okay, and so this is from the Stamperia. And then this folds up, and this is from Tracy Fox. So I'm trying to look at you guys and, or this, and make sure I'm in thing. Oh, this is fun. Okay. So that obviously flips up. And then you have more spaces there. And then, you know, how could you have time travel and not have San Francisco? This used to be my very favorite city. And then again, I think this is probably where our sister that lives in London, she must live in these townhouses. And then just some more little goodie papers, some really cute ephemera packs that I bought from Amazon, I'm pretty sure. And so then there is a pocket here, but then there's also a pocket here. And this again is just some ephemera packs that I have bought from Amazon. And look, oh no, this has to be the beginning of our villain. Do you not see how dark it is? Yeah, I think our villain is going to come into our picture. Oh, here we go. And there we go. So the villain, he has discovered Mom and Dad's lab. Look at all these. This is where they discovered how to travel through time. And if you open it up, you can see Sister's there. Why is she there? Our villain now knows she's in the picture. Is he going to try to find her? And then you flip this open, and you can see, yes, this is Sister. And then in here, and I'm pretty sure I got this from my wonderful friend Andrea. It is just an old envelope from 1948, but it has this fantastic little picture on here, and I just loved it. And I thought, oh my goodness, well, is that a sister? Is that a cousin? Is that Mom and Dad? Like, what could it be? So this also has pockets right here. This one does not. This is the only one that does. And then I just went ahead and sewed and put these pages on the back because I loved the colors. Like these kits wound up all working great. And then, you know, because I'm kind of learning everything new. Like I literally haven't opened a laptop for about 15 years, nor have I used copy machines or anything else. So I don't know why my copy machine did this, but it has these wonderful little lines that I'm going to pop you down to see. And it's perfect for my imagination because I was like, oh my goodness, this is when the villain discovered the secret to time travel. And so it has this wonderful lines through here. And listen, I had ink, toner, like I had all the goods in. So I think it was just meant to be. But it was wonderful. And so when I printed it on black and white, it just gave that great effect. I probably will never have that effect again, but I loved it. And so introducing our villain. Dun, 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 dun. And then this flips up. There we go. You have more writing. This is actually calligraphy paper that I found at Walmart, and I love it, but I'm teaching myself to do calligraphy because why not? And so you also have a page here, but look at this wonderful effect. So I was doing black and white, and again, we have these lines. So you remember the old black and white films, how you would kind of get this, like especially when they were trying to do like suspense films. And that's just kind of how this took off for me. But if you look, let me flip you over here again. So if you look really carefully, you can see that some color came in. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is when his time machine, the villain's time machine, got made. And he is going to start traveling in time. And that is why it's going from black and white to color. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I said, if you come and play with me, I have a very vivid imagination. And then you have pockets, more scrap papers. And again, these all come from Tracy Fox's kit. So, all right. So now our villain and both our sisters and our parents have been introduced. So now the race is on. And so now we have just a very simple pocket here. We do have a vintage check, which is super, super cool. This is from 1888. This, again, is some fabulous little goodies that you will get if you use Tracy Fox's kit. This is from Stamperia. Again, I tried to make it where there were lots of tuck spots and, you know, you could create your own story, but also where there would be some writing space. And then this is also a wonderful vintage postcard that I got, Old Carriage in St. Augustine, Florida. Hi, Cheryl. Every time I think of Florida, I think of you and my wonderful friend Marjorie. And yeah, I have so many, and Pam, just so many wonderful friends in Florida. Okay, and then here we go. So is this the villain's time machine? I don't know, but maybe it is. Is it his or is it our London sister? Ooh, the plot thickens. Oh my goodness, but it couldn't possibly be. This has to be our sisters. One is coming in from London. One is coming in from the United States. They have discovered how to time travel to each other. Now, I really debated about covering this up because it almost hurt my brain that there's all this black space. But when I buy people's journals, I also want to have areas that I can kind of do my own thing in to make it personalized. So that's why that's left. And then this, oh, I was so happy when I figured this out. Woo! Yep, there you go. There you go. Here we go. Yeah, they move. So they spin around because, I don't know, maybe when you do time travel, like we spin. And then you can open up, you can open up all of these, and they also have writing spaces. So here we go. And this is called a penny slider. And no, it's not my original idea. I found it on YouTube. There was a gazillion of them. And so I just kind of played around with it because we all know I can't follow instructions. I have to just start doing it. This is actually from a different paper bag altogether, but I just had like chunks of it. I'm trying to use everything up. So that's what this is. And of course, this one opens up too. And then I just kind of leave them like that because it helps with the papers opening. Okay, here we go. Now we're back in London. And then what I did with this, again, I used the glossy accents, and then I stuck my fingernail in it on purpose so it would look like it was broken glass because, I don't know, the plot thickens. And then we have some more goodies from the Stamperia. This is all Tracy Fox. I'm not sure who this guy is because Tracy Fox has this guy, and I was like, well, is he like hooked up with the villain? Or I don't know, maybe he's a cousin. I didn't really want a brother. I don't know why. Love brothers, but I don't want a brother in it, so I think he is either more of a friend or maybe a cousin. I think the friend idea sticks in my head more, you know, because that just works for me. And then we have another pocket up here, and I just stuffed it full of a bunch of Tracy Fox's goodies out of her kit. And then, if you go back further, you all will remember when I was playing around with different stains because, you know, I redo furniture too. And I wanted to see if I could use it to grunge out, which it did work out wonderful. So there is a video of me actually staining these papers. But if you love grunge, oh my goodness, this came out so perfectly grungy. So this is from the Stamperia kit. And so is all of this. And then this is how I just sat and I grunged it. And it just came out wonderful. If you love grunge, and you know I do. And so this is just like the different papers that I grunged up. I used inks. I used all sorts of different mediums. You can literally see that this is the wood stain one, but it's just fantastic. So a little journal. You can see all the little papers. Tried to leave some open. And then this is just like some napkins that I just used Mod Podge. Because it gives like kind of this wonderful texture. And then again, this was just me playing with different mediums because that's kind of what I do. I'm on this new adventure of let's just try it all and see what happens, because that's what we do. Okay, let me move you back out. All right, so then this is a pocket, and I'm pretty sure my friend Susie sent me this too. But it just went perfect because this is in the 1920s. Why are they in the 1920s? I don't know. I need you all to help. And so, I know this opens somewhere. It does, or I thought it did. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, maybe it, oh, it doesn't. Anyway, so then you have this wonderful page on the back. I really did think it was a booklet. Wow. Just welcome to me, figuring things out. Okay, so then that goes there. And now, here we go. So now they're discovering more about one another. And in that, I don't know, maybe they're musical. I don't know. And this says, oh, sing those songs I love to hear. So I don't know, maybe that is a song that their family, they had, and both the girls heard their parents singing a song, and then that brings their remembrance to it. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. And so I love like using all these old vintage photos. I thought it'd be perfect because it kind of flows with the story with having baby pictures. This again is from Tracy Fox. And then in here, we have some more of those industrial papers. This is just a little tuck spot, and I use both Tracy and the Stamperia so that you'd have that. Okay, now we really did have to leave some blank pages because when I started doing this, you can see the videos. I actually started on the back covers and did all of that, and I was really bulking up fast. So lots of blank journaling space. This is perfect if you have white pens too. And then both of these tags and the pockets are both from Tracy Fox. And this is just the most amazing kit. I'm going to use this again. I'm definitely going to use it on canvas. I also think it's going to be a wonderful book box. So down the road, you know, it's on my list. I have a very long list. But I do like 12 projects at once. So, and then I found these great stickers at like the dollar store, and I thought they just looked really steampunkish. So again, Tracy Fox, and I added those because I try to make it the journals that I make where people can literally just like go in, especially if you're an artist, that you could just add your flair to it. And then again, this is from Tracy Fox. I just sewed this around, and then this is part of the Stamperia kit. And so again, I just did like glossy accents, and I tried to scratch it because I don't know, maybe those goggles help you see while you're on your time machine. I don't know. Okay, we're coming to the end, guys, which is probably good because this is like a really long flip through. Okay, so with the glossy accents, this is the first one I did, and I just thought this is just like the coolest effect. And so it's just a journaling card, but I really loved it. And then my husband actually teaches an evangelizing class at our church. And when King Charles became King Charles, we had ordered these to hand out. And they're wonderful. It gives you a great message. But I have like 500 of these, and so I never throw any paper away at all, and I definitely wouldn't throw these away. And this just seemed to be perfect for the whole theme of this journal, so I added this because King Charles, we got one from London, so he had to be in there. So that's just another little tuck spot. I did try to like add it together where we have the Stamperia and we have Tracy Fox, so you have another little tuck spot right there. Oh my goodness, we are coming to the end because look, the sisters have discovered one another. Are they really close to meeting each other? I think so. I think one has spotted her sister, and her sister, I don't know, maybe she's the one who's in the balloon and she is on a ship. I don't know. You guys have fun with it. So again, more of Tracy Fox's kit. And again, I think her kit just blended so well with these other kits. So you guys really got to go. She has an Etsy shop. I'm pretty sure I know how to link it. So I'm going to try to link everybody over there. Ta-da! We've come to the end. The sisters have found each other. And what I did on this one, because I didn't have like a full-length picture from Tracy's kit, and so I kind of wanted this sister to be like this sister, where she kind of like was on her own. And so then I just added a lot of bits and bobs and more gears and made her a little dress. And then this is actually a tuck spot. And then here you go. Here's all the different family members. You know, use your imagination. And then, not gonna lie, guys, this was one of my most very favorite things that I did, and I'm so happy it came out. Because sometimes, you know, it's a little nerve-wracking when you do this kind of stuff, because you could literally screw up the whole page. Now, I'm the queen of, I made a really bad mistake, let's fix it. But thankfully, this was not one of those times. So this is just hot glue. I took my hot glue gun. I actually did the tree on canvas first to make sure that I could do it. In the Stamperia pad, I believe this is like on the back page, and I thought, well, the sisters have met, and now they're back in their own like zones, and I don't know, maybe they're planning their next adventure. Maybe the villain got away and they're going to go search after him. But we got our one sister that has like all of our family, and then we have this fantastic, you know, the tree of like the family tree. I don't know, you can make it whatever you like, but I was super, super happy with how that effect came out. It just kind of looks like you're seeing like this portal of time in this tree. And so I just loved how that actually turned out. Not to toot my own horn, but you know, sometimes it really works. So there you go, guys. That is the Steampunk Journal, my time traveling. I sure appreciate y'all for stopping by and seeing the little flip through. This was a lot. There really is tutorials on how I started it. And I do apologize. I'll try not to do that again. I'll try not to get so busy that and I can't say I won't do 50 projects at once, because I'm always going to do that. So, in fact, I am actually working on another one of Tracy Fox's kit. Is her crime scene journal, and I am going to finish that up. I actually have to figure out how to repair some of the clay I did on it. And she is doing like this June Creepathon, and I actually printed and got that kit. But I'm using it in the crime scene journal because, you know, I'm always mixing things. So that will be the one I finish up. So hopefully we will have a flip through of that. Again, thank you for supporting me. I think you guys are truly just the very best. We're working to get to 800 so that the next big package of Happy Meal will go out. And then once I'm done with the crime scene journal, we are going to begin working on our giveaway for 1,000. So again, please like, share, and subscribe. And also please always check all the group rules to make sure that you are allowed to do that. And as always, guys, thank you. And I'm going to see you on the flip side. Bye.